Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be Serral and Maru on Radhuset Station, a map for long macro games, certainly. This is the best game from the finals of Katowice 2024. I didn't get to catch it live because I was streaming, but I'm excited to see it. And in the bottom left, we've got Maru. In the top right, we have Serral. They have defeated every single player they have faced in Katowice 2024, and now they are facing each other. Man, a best-of-7 series featuring Serral and Maru. That is the dream for StarCraft 2 fans, isn't it? Well, unless you're Protoss, right? No Protoss in the finals. Very, very sad. I'm not being sarcastic. I am sad for my Protoss brethren. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on. The last Premier Tournament that was won by Protoss was Hero in GSL. Command Center first. Here from Maru. Yeah, Radhuset Station and macro openings and macro games. Name a better duo in StarCraft 2. So, hatch first into... there we go. Hatch gas pool. And we have no idea. Serral has no idea this is a Command Center first play. Maybe that will give the Maru the edge to defeat Serral, who has looked so good. So good. He dropped one map on the way to the finals. He lost one map against Dark, but other than that, he swept every single series that Katowice could throw at him. Yeah. So, let's see. Let's see what the plan is here to handle Maru from Serral. Queens factor into it. Yes, very, very good. Speed. And 100 gas. Bam. Speed. Speed is on the way. No Reaper opening here from Maru, which should, you know, just set off alarm bells in Serral's head. And, yeah, so, yep, this is already being made into an orbital command, so it's Command Center first here, and Serral says, oh no, ba-bam, third base, as early as he can after scouting that, but that's a standard timing. So, maybe a fourth base to counter this Command Center first play? Ooh, and sub 3 minute third base here from Maru. Factory, reactor, Hellions on the way, destroying the destructible rocks, and oh, pneumatized carapace very, very early. Okay, so scouting is very, very important here to Serral in this match. Cannot blame him. Maru is pretty much on top. Well, I don't know. I think this is the first time I've seen Maru at the finals of a Premier Tournament for a little bit, so this is as good as he gets, man. He's dangerous. His macro is legendary. His micro is legendary. His decision-making, his keeping calm under pressure is legendary. And sometimes he just kind of falls apart a little bit. Sometimes, especially if he's faced off against stats. Anyway. Yeah, so nothing weird going on here. Ooh, double engineering bay. Oh, I like that. Double engi bay, sub 4 minutes. Overlord scouts that, by the way. So he says, okay, so this is not going to be Cyclones or any such shenanigans. There are Cyclones on the way, mind you. As these Hellions... oh, Hellions get a drone surround there. 3 drones do go down. Lings don't have that speed yet, but Queen shot's good. And there we go. He's toast. Hellions are toast. So it is going to be Cyclones, but it's not like mass Cyclone or anything, because double engineering bases are going 1-1 for Marines and Marauders. And if you're going race car mech, or battle mech, as they'll call it sometimes, on the professional cast, where they're getting paid to cast, they will call it battle mech. But I prefer race car mech, personally, just because it's so fast. Right? Cyclones are fast, man. Oh, they're so fast. Even, you know, with their speed upgrade, they're even faster, which is just like, oh, okay. All right, I see how this is. I see what's going on here. Anyway, creep spreading. Gotta love a good creep spread here. A little bit of a poke in from a couple Cyclones. These Queens gonna really struggle because, I mean, Cyclones outrange them. Cyclones outrange everything in the entire universe, except maybe Siege Tanks, I guess. But just Tumor sniping for now. Just trying to slow down that creep spread. That's why you have secondary Tumors. So the creep spread is not too delayed. Obviously, it spreads faster if there's 2 Tumors here than 1. And it spreads even faster still if there are like 3 or 4. God, it's a good feeling when you have a creep queen out and she's been working for the whole game and there are like 4 tumors on the edge of the creep and you go, 4 tumors, and then it seems like they finish and then bam, instantaneous new creep. Lings want the Hellions. They're injured. They are injured, and you're going to make it home, friend. You're going to make it home. Is the question of the day, and the answer is no. Tragically. Cyclone gets surrounded by Lings here, too. So, pretty good opening, I'd say, from Serral. What have we lost here? 9 Lings for a Cyclone and 4 Hellions. A couple drones died, too, here, right? Let's not disrespect their sacrifice of 3 drones. Great positioning on the Cyclone. He knows he's dead. Yeah, training Lings for Cyclones is good stuff. And here's what I'm talking about right here. Watch. Bam, 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 bam. And whoosh. Creep spread is out about as far as it will go here in seconds. And I don't mean 20 seconds. I mean like 6 seconds, man. That was so fast. Creep spreads faster. Recedes faster too. Third base from Maru, rolling, muling that thing up quite nicely. And this is just so dangerous. It's so dangerous when a Terran player gets on a roll like this. I mean, the thing is, however, it is 80 workers from Serral, so I'm all worried about Maru's macro, but Serral's macro is kind of through the roof right now. He's taking his very safe base as a 4th base. His 3rd base is rolling. He's getting ground carapace upgrades. I mean, this is... Maru really needs to start slowing this thing down, or he's going to be in an immense amount of trouble. Trouble is what it's going to be. Hydralisk Den on the way. Centrifugal hooks. 2-2 on the way for the Lings and Banes, and the drop is here without really being spotted at all. That's a lot of Lings. Okay, so this is not a stick-around situation. I'm sorry. Banelings morphing right at the landing zone. Ling holding the Zellig watchtower temporarily and then gets murked as the Marines want to hold the tower themselves. But yeah, look at this. Look at this creep spread. It's just getting more and more all the time. Watch it go. And chapow. It's like running. It's like the speed of a walking Marine it gets out here. My gosh, that's so fast. It's wonderful. Baneling drop attempted. SCVs evacing really hard right now. This is a lot of lost mining time, actually. And, the Baneling speed finishes up during this time. This is Maru. Run. Just get out of here, guys. Baneling's fine. 6 SCVs, whatever. Could have been better, I guess. Creep spread dying, but look at the number of creep queens. Look how many queens there are. There are 10 queens out from Serral right now. This attempt at a 5th base is going to get shut down by the sheer number of Lings here. Widowmine, nice connection. 10 kills on that guy. And then dropping here at the natural base is good too. Lings rolling in, not quite in good enough numbers, and then they just don't stop coming at all. Okay, we're dropping over on the right side. Drones are dying at this base, but when the Banelings with speed arrive, that's when you know your drop is no longer welcome. Hive on the way. No mutas, no corruptors to deal with these drops at all. No Vipers either at this stage, obviously. So just going to have to deal with this with, well, Queens and Lings as much as possible. 8 drones have died. Still 84 workers from Serral, 87 workers from Maru. Despite losing the 6 of that Baneling stuff earlier. 4th base is rolling. It's a planetary, as is tradition. This group out here on the desert sands of Radhuset Station are hanging out. Infestors, Vipers, Adrenal Glands on the way from Serral. Hey! Man, if you know me, you know the problems I have with Serral forgetting about Adrenal Glands and ZVTs, man. It goes back a long, long way. So maybe attempt at a drop? A Ling drop? Maybe waiting for that Adrenal. They've got 2-2. They're pretty strong as it is at 9 minutes. This group just continues to kind of be like, you're not going to make anything that shoots up. There are hiders on the way, so that's going to help quite a bit. But yeah, this map is monstrous. It is so big. It encourages so much macro play. It's not even funny. I can't even laugh about how many bases there are on this map and how many bases are going to get taken, and that's an immediate cancel. Lings and Banes and Hydras. What else is new? I'm still, oh my gosh, still trying to... yeah. Where are the Hydras? The Hydras are at the front, but I feel like having a couple back home to deal with these drops would be pretty sick as well. Lings have Adrenal in 2-2. I mean, they are fighters, and it's the Burrow Infester play. The Burrow Infester play. The current meta in ZVT has been get a Burrowed Infester in around to where the army is, right? In around to where this group is, and when you're about to engage, toss a fungal down, unburrow, fungal, and then bam, you will win at that point. Lings, okay, these guys did get dropped in here. They're going to run down to the third base, see what they can get done. With Adrenal and 2-2, they are pretty strong little guys there. This Marauder... Okay, one more Ling here, and I think that would have been a win for the Zerglings, hilariously. Widowmine connection! Getting some Banelings in there, too. Very nice. Very nice. Going to take a gold base up here. First gold base taken in the day. Vipers are out. Ghosts are on the way. Aspire coming in here, too. And yeah, I just resources lost 6,000 to 4,000. Not a lot has died in the first 11 minutes of this game. But both players are well maxed out. Developing banks. You know the drill here, right? Parasitic Bomb toss down on the medevac. A lot of Marauders. Baneling's not going to do very well. Hydras try to fight against the Marauders because they do pretty well in that situation, but they got to pull back. Not ideal. Trying to get a medevac there, too. That is the sound of a Nidus Swarm erupting inside the main base of Serral during all of that chaos. Wow. So, Adrenalings are in here. They've got the 2-2 upgrades. They are working on 3 armor. And the Cloaked Ghosts are going to help clear that out, no problem. Ling's going after some of these SCVs. And that SCV... Focus the one that's already almost dead. No, can't get it. Only 3 SCVs died there. That could have been a lot worse, but not a lot was committed to that by Serral. Partially because it was in full view of everything, right? You're not going to commit a ton to a Nidus that you know is vision. Oh my gosh, this Burrowling is providing vision to it. And this Nidus is not getting up. Sorry, Nidus, good try. But you are flimsy suckers if you're taking hits from anything at all. Greater Spire on the way from Serral. That's a ton of fun. Widowmine says, I've got 9 kills. Bring it. Coming up a ramp, never a great thing to do. Ah, there's that fungal. There's the Infester to the south. Gets the beautiful fungal off. I cannot tell you how many ZVTs I've watched over the last month or so that have ended with a fungal Lingbane Hydra rolling into the army, and then everything dies, and then the Terran GG's out. You have to watch out for these Infestors, man. Ultralisk Cavern on the way. Greater Spire finishing up here. There's that fungal again. Good luck running, boys. And they can't. Man, where are the Overseers? Why are these ghosts allowed to have so much value? 3 Hydras went down with a snipe. It's not as good as killing an Ultra, but it's value nevertheless. 48 more Lings in production. They don't have the +3 attack. They've got the +2 attack and the +3 armor. They're almost fully upgraded Cracklings. Okay, Fungal does reveal Cloaked Ghosts too. Banelings don't do bonus damage to these ghosts, as we all know. But this pressure from Serral has been pretty good. It's just a matter of trading better if you're Maru here, right? Resources lost about 4,000 more for the Zerg player at 13 minutes. If this continues on, Maru can just win this game through sheer attrition. Through just making better trades over and over and over and over again in a game where he takes half the map and Serral takes half the map, right? So Serral either needs to end this game before we get to that point, or take more than half the map and just deal with the cost-inefficient trades you're making, and then just have more money anyway, and then you're fine, right? Righto complito. Flyer attack on the way. And Burrowed Infester scanned up. But ignored? Oh, not ignored. See ya. Gets a fungal off, but there's no follow-up there. Forcing a liftoff. 17 SCVs died at that base. That is not ideal. Not even remotely so. +3 melee attack is on the way. Infernal... What What do I want to say? Anyway, Widow Mines connecting their Lings, Banes, any fungals available. Mainly connections are big time. Ghosts. But the Overseer count is enough to make this tough, but the Ghosts live anyway. Nice. Infestor, Unburrow, Fungal, go. Now the Hiders are going to trade a lot better. The Fungal doing the damage. The Snipes on the retreat. And Maru's taking hits, man, but he's doing damage to Serral quite nicely, too. A lot of Hiders have died. Still about 4,000 resources difference. Serral needs to have that economic advantage. Expanding up there, expanding down here is a good step towards that for sure. Marauder says, thanks, bros. Thanks for saving my butt there. Beautiful SimCity setting up here from Maru. Looking good. And Ghost pulling back home a little bit. I don't know if they want to heal up or... Not a lot of energy on that medevac. I guess maybe they wanted to snipe that Overseer. They are worried about a Nidus coming up. And by golly, there is a Nidus coming up. So you should be worried about that happening. Serral flooding into this top left area too. Maru is not dumb enough to leave this entirely undefended. That group did not pose much of a challenge, I'd have to say, though. Again, Burrow and Fester hanging out, having a great time. Another Nidus Worm coming up from Serral, just keeping Maru on his back foot, keeping him from feeling like he can't move out, or the entire Zerg army will show up and ruin his day. It's a valid concern. So, Ling's rolling out here. Ooh, Lurkers too, but Ghosts arrive, and the Lurkers immediately go back in the Nidus. They know what's up. They know what's going on here. Alright, wiping out some of these static defenses. It's always a good thing to do. Liberator setting up. Parasitic Bomb. Whoa, what just changed? I don't know. Failings there. Parasitic Bomb on a Liberator. It goes down. The injuries here are big, but those are alive Liberators, and that's what matters. Is there a Liberator down here? Why are drones dying? Must have been a Liberator somewhere. That's my assumption. 9 Corruptors in production. Anabolic Synthesis on the way. Neural Parasite is done, but I don't know if we're planning... Again, neuraling a Ghost and EMPing his buddies with the Ghost is really nice. But there's that Liberator Advanced Ballistics range. It's tough to pull off. If you pull it off against Maru, yeah, you're going to have a pretty good time, right? You're going to feel great about that. Spore can't hit this. So Corruptors have to fly over to deal with it. Nidus in the top side. Let's see how Maru's map awareness is right now. 1 Ultralisk in production from Serral. He only had the supply available for that. Corruptors wiping out the Liberator. That's exactly what it's there for. Nidus erupts. No Ghosts here, so the Lurkers come in, burrow in, Adaptive Talons, and Seismic Spines causing some major problems here. Did we come back? Oh, this Liberator. Getting some drone kills, yes. That Planetary is kaput. No saving the Planetary. That's a big-time win from Serral. And by it's dead, I mean it's dead. There it is. And an Unburrow and a retreat, and everything's fine. That was beautifully executed by Serral. That is why he's the best Zerg in the world, honestly. He just is. Especially with Rogue gone, but I don't know. There's Dark, there's Raynor. It's tough for me to be like Serral is just head and shoulders above those other guys, but he made it to the final of Katowice without dropping... He beat Dark to get here, so I mean, I don't know. I don't really honestly take a ton of stock in ZVZ. At the highest levels, anyway, it feels like such a crapshoot in a million ways. There's that fungal again. What did we talk about? Oh, Baneling connections are so much better when there is a fungal right in the face. This game is crazy pants. Banelings wiping out invisible ghosts. Corruptors wiping out Liberators. Adding Corruptors to your comp is never a bad thing. I'm a big fan of it. This floating command center is almost dead. But yeah, if Serral can have this 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock base, I think he can win this thing long term. It's only about 3,000 resources lost at this stage in Maru's favor, so Serral's actually been more cost efficient over the last 2 minutes or so since I last checked. And yeah, taking out a Planetary without losing anything is a good way to do that, obviously. There, oh my gosh, the fungal, the double fungal. Ghosts are dying. Ghosts are cloaking. Overseers are in the group. Ah, Ghost explodes as he retreats. Yeah, man. Serral's just kind of poking and prodding, and he's like, oh, you got another planetary up here? That's neat. It would be a shame if some lurkers that outrange the planetary set up behind your mineral line, friendo. The Ultralisks running around. They've got all their upgrades, right? 3-3, chitinous plating, and anabolic synthesis. They sure do. Anybody gonna... Yep, Liberators come in and save the planetary. They are one of the few units that can do it in that situation. This is a lot of Liberators, man. Corruptors honestly could fly in here and get something done. There's only one turret in the general vicinity. I don't know that retreating is the way to go here, but okay. More and more Ghosts in production. Maru not supply block. Doesn't have a bank, and Serral does. 5,000, 2,000 there in the bank for him. It's a big deal. It's a big deal to have a bank at the 20-minute mark of a game like this. Especially if the cost efficiency has been this good. Now it's 1,500 resources difference in favor of Maru. Serral's been bonkers levels of cost efficient here today in this game. Like, in a way that I don't think I've seen a Zerg player manage to do in a ZVT in a long time. There we go. Corruptors come in, eat some Widowmine shots, eat some missile turret shots, but now the Liberators had to flee. So, Lurkers gonna get back into position. Oh, the Ghosts are here. Never mind, these Lurkers are dead. Snipe, 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 snipe. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Ghosts, the best unit in TVZ. By far. Terran players, come on, you gotta agree with me on that. The best unit in TVZ is the Ghost. It simply is. Income has been favoring Serral fairly largely over the last 10 minutes or so. Where are you headed, guys? Somewhere. Somewhere out there. Abduct and snipe on those libs. Infestor does not get anything off there. Gets scanned and sniped and murdered real fast. Serral. Lingbane Ultra. Is it enough to get this planetary? Definitely. With the upgrades involved, 100%. So planetary dead for the second time today. Just trying to keep Maru from getting all the money in the top left here if he can. There's a burrowed Ling in there. Ultralisks sniped. Burrowed Ling sniped. I do not know where that Nidus Worm popped, but I don't think it was inside a Terran base because I don't see any signs of conflict in those areas. Another Liberator down. Liberator has been big on this map, but 16 of them have died, and there are only 2 remaining for Maru, so maybe not the most ideal situation. Maru needs to start killing bases if he's going to win this game. This has been a bloodbath on both sides. 40,000 to 38,000 resources lost. Maru's been a little more cost efficient here. Corruptor Ling Bane is here to fight, but high ground ghost count kind of intense. Once again, these poor... Oh, the angle on these Banelings. Okay. Worker count not good for Maru, 58, but has the mule advantage. He has 7 orbitals, so at some point, I'm not sure if he even needs to replace these SCVs at all. Oh, I forgot about this gold base. I'm not sure that Maru remembered it either, but this gold base comes up. He's fantastic. 6 Liberators at a time in production. That is the army production for Maru right now. He says there's Ultras, there's Corruptors. What I need right now, Liberators. Plus they can harass. They're really good at that. Can't kill bases. If they could hit bases, they'd be the best units in the game, man. All right. Well, another planetary down. Just the sheer force of Banelings here. They want the Ghosts. All right. Okay. Try to get that dude. He's got 5 HP left. Big defense on this planetary. Maru knows how big it is if this thing stay alive. Banelings chase instead of going after the planetary, and I'm not sure that was the right choice. Good connections, nevertheless. How many Ghosts have died in this game? 32. There are still 15, though. Maru has really paid a lot of attention there. Ultras are not the answer here. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know that I've seen Ultras be massively important in a Zerg win against Terran in weeks, if not months. 6 o'clock base dies for Serral, but he's mined a lot of it out. And he immediately replants it and keeps the drones alive for now, as Maru wants to pull back to defending his base. It's more important this base stays alive than it is that this one dies, but alright, he popped back in. Killed it, not a cancel there. Serral's got 10,000 minerals in the bank, though. So that's a lot of lings you can produce off of that. Once again, trying to make this top left base happen. Serral says, no, don't try to make that happen. That's my base now. As many SCVs as can die. This isn't even a planetary. Worker count under 50. SCVs running back to safety, but see how these lings are trading with the 3-3 and the Adrenal. There are so many games. Okay, not many. But, man, it feels like a lot of games where Serral's just like, I didn't get Adrenal. And you're watching him with 3-3 lings try to kill Marauders, and it's not working. And it's like, Serral, at some point you have to realize this should be working. If you had Adrenal. Just tossing that out there. This base is defended by 1,000,000 turrets and a Liberator. Which means Ling Bane would do pretty well in here. There are some Widow Mines in position to kind of shut that down. Once again, I'd rather just see Hydras here. I just don't think that the Ultras are getting a ton of value, you know? Maru tries to take the top left base. No, absolutely not. This is going to be a hotly contested base. I can feel it in my bones. Serral retaking this base, not unburrowing these spores so they stop dying. I think that'd be nice. That was an amazing split on that Ling, by the way. Serral, you're a monster. An absolute monster. What an absolutely beautiful split there. High-sec auto-tracking on the way. Working on that medevac energy boost. He lets the hatch finish and then he kills it. Maru's game sense is disgusting. It really is truly amazing. Hatch down. Man down. +2 air weapons on the way. 3 more infestors coming in. It's just bank situation, right? Serral has 10,000 minerals. Maru has 300 minerals. It's a factor of 10 here. Widow Mine connection. Ultralisk evaporates. Fungal does go down. Oh, no. Lings, get in there. Kill those. While the army is otherwise occupied, kill as many SCVs as you can. You might actually force Maru into rebuilding some SCVs here. It's only got 27 of them remaining. This base is probably dead. Yeah, that's a cancel. Top left base, hard one to hold for both sides. Ooh, Maru wants to take the 6 o'clock. That would be interesting. We're going for this? Okay, we're going for this. We're abducting Liberators, Lings, Banes, Ultras running through. Fully upgraded Cracklings on top of a planetary. Who needs Banelings to take that down? Serral kind of did. Ow, Widow Mines, man. See, the sheer number of missile turrets are making the Widow Mines struggle a lot. Okay, burrows 1 Ling in there. Immediately it's scanned and murdered because Maru is way too smart to be tricked by that trick. He's got another command center ready to go on this gold base at a moment's notice. It's 22 SCVs. Income for Serral is nuts, but he's been mining so long that he's starting to mine out in these places. Not a lot of minerals left in this bottom right. This 12 o'clock is running low too. This top left base, probably your best bet, and Maru's like, this is my base. Alright, so you're out the Corruptors this time, so if you lift off, you're going to die anyway. Oh, not enough. The entire army of Maru is here. He knows these 2 bases are massively important for him because they put him on effectively an even base count here against Serral. It's just that Serral has already had a lot of time to develop a huge bank, and resources lost 10,000 more for Serral now. The last few minutes have gone a lot more in favor of Maru. This is good. If Maru can defend this southern section, I like it. I like his odds to win this game. This base getting canceled again would be nice, but Maru is just doing so much defense for those 2 bottom right bases. 2 is more than 1, as they say. These Lings are like, anything we can do? No? Alright, they just pull back then. Knight is coming up top left to defend it as necessary if there is a Terran force coming up to murder it, and there is. Maru decided he can split off part of his forces. A portion of them are down here to defend the 6 o'clock, and a portion of them are heading up to go after the top left. Liberator already initially shutting down this base, and the hatch is going to die again. So Maru putting in some work right now. It's another hatch down. What do I always say? How many hatches do we have to kill Serral, right? 10. It's 5 at the moment with a couple cancels. So we're doing work, but not quite enough work. Okay, never mind. Queens were like, we can deal with the Liberator, and then an entire Marine Marauder army shows up, and oh, those drones did not get back inside the safety. Not even close. Snipe, 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 snipe. This is why Ultras are not effective. The Banelings are effective. We'll give them an effective rating for sure, but man, these Ultras with Marauders, with Ghosts, more SCVs died. 26 SCVs means that Maru has been replacing them a little bit as they've been dying here today. Creep spread. How many creep tumors exist? I'm curious. 81. 81 tumors exist. And where does it show me number of creep tumors that have died? Am I blind? Yes. I thought it used to show you how many creep tumors you have died. Yeah, Serral starting to knight us again, just trying to get Maru to stop paying so much attention to his bases that are being defended. Dude, this is wide open for death. This is so wide open for death, it's not even funny. Nidus Swarm erupts. And that one was just a decoy. I guess this one was also kind of a decoy. I don't know. No, but seriously, these two bases are dead meat. If you just decide to go after him, Maru's army is way out of position. So we engage up here to the north, getting us around. Once again, the Ghosts are doing a ton of work because there's no detection to spot them. Resources lost now 15,000 more for the Zerg player than for Maru here. Serral is falling apart a little bit here at 31 minutes. Gonna throw that out there. This base and this base are massive. They are so important. Serral's not making good trades. He hasn't been able to take the top left base himself. Look at him burrow these drones up in this corner just outside of the reach of the scan. Pretty sick stuff there. And long distance mining drones get obliterated. So Serral's at 51 drones. He's lost 63 drones today. 111 SCVs have gone down. Maru is on le counter attack. This is big. Army value 130 to 130. I cannot get behind Ultralisks in this matchup. Hatch down. Big deal. 12 o'clock base dies before it can get mined out. Adrenalings chasing. They're going to run right into Widow Mines. Ugh, big hit. Widow Mine dies, but got the job done. And this is a pullback here from Serral. You can't go Broodlords against Ghosts either. It's not fun at all. Where have the Fungals gone from Serral? Where have the Niduses gone from Serral? Why is he kind of just falling apart here? Long distance mining drones keep getting picked up. Mules get tossed. Let's take a look at that income. Change a bit there. There it goes. Goes down, down, down by the river. Man, Baldur's Gate 3 was good. Played it through 3 times. Fantastic, fantastic RPG. If you like RPGs at all, man, Baldur's Gate 3, cannot recommend it highly enough, although you've probably heard it from enough people that you don't need me to say it. 12 o'clock hatch, no. This is probably not happening. Oh, he did make some Broodlords. Remember when I was like, Broodlords are useless against this, and then he made Broodlords? There's a great Fungal. Pretty good Fungal, pre-dodged, though that's a good hit. That's another good hit. The frontline Marauder's not happy about this. They're not good against Broodlords anyway. What upgrades do these Broodlords have? +3 flyer attack. Oh, okay. That's good. Broodlord Infestor combo. What year is it? Is it 2011 again, you guys? 2012, maybe. Broodlord Infestor was the most unstoppable combination in ZVP for a long time. It was it was every ZVP for months and months and months. Nice Fungal on the Ghosts and Marauders. Marauders willing to eat it in order to save the Ghosts. Couple of Vikings are here. Corruptors flying to deal with those suckers. The kiting back and back and back and back and back and back here. Yo. No Thors to deal with these Broodlords. Thors are kind of the answer to them. Neural Parasite exists, though, and getting a Thor Neural Parasited is really powerful. Well, Neural Parasiting a Thor is really powerful. Getting your Thor Neural Parasited is not effective for you. Yeah, Broodling's providing a bit of a wall here. My gosh, the Fungals are good. The Broodlings are here. The Vikings are fighting. Ultras mashing in. If you want to snipe the Broodlords, the Ultras are not targets anymore, but the Broodlords are falling precipitously here anyway. Corruptors trying to wipe out Medivacs as well as they can. This Ultralisk somehow survived the massacre, only to die about 5 seconds later. Yo! Maru's at 63 supply, Serral's at 114. This is not looking good. 5 Vikings at a time being produced from Maru. He does have +2 attack for his Vikings and +3 armor, so they're pretty well upgraded here. And this orbital is going to die. Okay, so we're looking at 4 planetaries, 3 command centers, and an orbital have gone down here today. Is that the only one? The first orbital to go down. All right, Vikings to directly counter these Broodlords. Corruptors to help deal with the Vikings. Was it Xel'Naga Cavern? There was a map back in Wings of Liberty when I played 1v1 ladder quite a bit. Where, yeah, I think it was Xel'Naga Cavern. EMP, 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 run! Ooh, caught one of the infestors. The other 5 exist with their energy intact. But yeah, I remember specifically the first time I tried to go Broodlord against a Terran player on Xel'Naga Caverns, and it worked. I had some Corruptors to defend against their Vikings, and it was nice. It's one of those games that you just don't forget. I mean, that was over 10 years ago now, but it is still seared into my memory as one of my favorite games of StarCraft I've ever played. All right, Raven coming in, probably for anti-armor missile if I had to guess what the plan is here. Scan, 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 scan. Trying to long-distance mine over here. They're both trying to long-distance mine from this position. Mules, no. SCVs, no. 20 to 40 workers in favor of Serral. Resources lost 90 to 72. That's 18,000 resources have been lost more for Serral here. I don't know. He's just letting Maru... Okay, this base is mined out. Okay, never mind. These bases are mined out. But he let them have it for a while. Or he let him have them for a while. Ghost. Calling down mules on the remaining mineral patches on this map. Is this it? We done with mineral patches? No. There are 2 over here with a total of like 400 minerals on them. They will be gone soon enough. Don't you worry. So Viking range is better than Corruptor range is the thing. So if you're careful... Ooh, Spores at the front is good. Although the Marauders are the perfect answer to deal with that. Fungal, bit of a whiff there. This is such a tight and tough situation here for both players. Maru decides to fall back. Infestor's right out in front. Catch an EMP. Get some Fungals down anyway. Trying to chain Fungal down these Medivacs, I guess, to kill them. But it's a lot of chain Fungals to take down a Medivac. So that's not going to work out very well at all. Another SCV dies. Army Valley, 98 to 52, 37 to 7 workers here. And Serral's bank is down to nothing. Serral had a 10,000 mineral bank at one point, and now he has 54 minerals. These mules getting called down. It's like if only one mule makes it through, that's worth it, and they don't. This SCV did, though. That's very fun. So we've mined out the map. Effectively, we are trying so hard to mine out the map. This one with 300 minerals left in it. 1 drone on it. Could fit 2 drones on it to mine more quickly. I mean, Serral probably has some idle workers. Oh no, these have... How do these ones have minerals? This is like the... This was the 3rd base. He must have sent drones down to the further away expansions earlier. Makes a lot of sense. Sure. Lings are like... We kill enough of the buildings of the Terran, we will destroy them. Overseer takes the Widowmine hit because it can survive a Widowmine hit, unlike Zerglings. Serral keeping all of his units alive right now. That's what he's doing. Yeah. See, even if you're not returning with the minerals, you're taking the minerals from Serral. That's what this muling is all about. That's him stealing money from Serral, because if Maru can't have it, then neither can his opponent. Yeah? He fungles them just to make sure there's nowhere for them to go. Look at this Infestor Broodlord Viper comp here. Yeah, I don't know about this from Maru. I really don't. It's 112 to 50 army supply. You can't even float off and try to do a draw because there are 8 Corruptors out. 8 Corruptors versus how many Vikings? 8 Vikings and a couple Liberators. I don't know. Floating off into the corner like here maybe. Back here might work. But I don't know. Maybe Maru was too honorable to try it. That is something Samacron told me when we were talking about this series. He's like, in this game on Radhuset, Maru maybe could have floated off and forced a draw. But no, GG! Maru taps out. Serral wins it in 40 minutes and 27 seconds. An absolutely bonkers good ZVT, man. Anytime that you can end a game where both players have under 500 minerals in their bank at 40 minutes, it was a good one. And resources lost here, yeah, Serral was doing fine for a minute, but over the last 10, 20 minutes or so, just like worse and worse and worse and worse. Ended up being around 18,000 more minerals lost from Serral in that game compared to Maru. And yeah, Maru's just like, let's see, my 8 Vikings, 7 Ghosts. Not going to really get it done against that many Infestors, right? And 14 Infestors, 11 Broodlords? No. I kind of wish we'd gotten a final battle, though. I'm a little bit disappointed that Maru didn't go for it, right, with this group. I just don't know. If he lands some sick killer EMPs, right, and some nice snipes, and the Vikings get some free shots off on the Broodlords, and I think it could have worked. I think this could have been something that would have worked for him. But he just decided I don't have enough. And taps. Disappointingly. A little disappointing there. Serral lost 1,016 lings today. At least it gave them Adrenal, which I'm always grateful to any Zerg player that gives their units, their Zerglings Adrenal if they make any of them. But yeah, end of the day here, more bases died for Maru, which is not great. In a TVZ, he, what, 8 total bases died compared to 6 for the Zerg. So that is a big deal for sure. 75 drones died, 134 SCVs went down. The income just largely has been favoring Serral over the last, you know, I want to say 15 minutes or so, maybe even longer than that. But spellcasters, right? At this level of StarCraft, spellcasters will win the day. 24 Infestors died. 46 Ghosts went down. 2 Vipers died. The Raven is still alive. Oh, an anti-armor missile could have been good too. I don't know. I just really can't shake the feeling that Maru could have tried to just force an engagement at the end there. Right? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Maru could have won this game? Was there a chance? I feel like there was a chance. There was a chance. Anti-armor missile. So here's the deal. Serral's all up here. Clumped up. Yeah, but this creep is really advanced notice. But say Serral falls asleep and you anti-armor this, EMP it, anti-armor it, right? And then get off a few snipes. The Vikings get some free shots off on the Broodlords. Are the Corruptors even in this ball? Yes, they're here. But I guess you can get repaired. I don't know. It's hard. The creep spread is really what makes this difficult, right? Just can't get up here in time to sneak up on Serral. And he's not going to build a new hatch up here because it's not moderately worth it, but nah, long distance mine till you die. Yeah, so I mean, well played by Serral here. He had a massive advantage in money. Maru fought and scratched and clawed back to the very end, tried to take every bit of money he could from the Zerg player over the last few minutes. Is creep tumoring? Oh yeah, down here too, and more queens and infestors and vipers, and he's like, that is a big Tier 3 Zerg army. This is not happening. And he tapped. We'll go to the next game, he says. And he did. So that was amazing. I mean, that was absolutely a fantastic TVZ. Like, we can't get mad at it. I even feel like if you're a Maru fan, you can't be too mad at this game. It came down to the wire. That's always good. That's always good. Well played. Hats off to Serral. He's just been a monster in Katowice. Just seems unstoppable at times. Maru played very well too, but Serral was just better, and that's it. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void from Katowice 2024. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.